As far as thickness goes, it really depends on what you're building. For flat, you really want it to be flat no matter what. If we're building large conference tables or large dining tables, we have a tendency to use a thicker wood to start. That way we end up with a thicker finished product. If you're building small shelves, nightstands, anything that could be a thin glue lamination, you can get away with using something thinner. But for the bulk of our business, what we build is tables. So we like to start with a thicker piece of wood and end with a thicker finished product. Well, we used to use a router sled for years. We upgraded to a Woodwiz a couple of years ago, which is basically a laser leveled large surface that has a large gantry router that goes over the top of it. And that gets the surface perfectly flat. And then from there, it moves on to our wide belt sander. Having a very flat surface to start is key. It's hard to really machine a live edge slab unless you have the equipment to do it. Most hobbyists who are working from their garage, if they're doing enough of it, they'll eventually build themselves a router sled, which is like a manual CNC machine where you have a router bit in a box and you push it back and forth over the slab until you machine the whole surface flat. And then you can sand it from there. Yeah, so when you're done flattening your piece, obviously filling all your voids and checks and everything with resin to make your surface truly perfectly flat is always a good idea. If you're having concerns about your tabletop warping and twisting after the flattening process, you can always add C-channel to the back of it, which is a standard practice we use on our dining room tables and our conference tables, regardless of how dry the wood is. The truth is, you really never know what a piece of wood is going to do long term. You can have the driest piece of wood ever, and you make a table out of it, and 1 year it decides to release a little bit of tension. So any procedures that you can put in place to prevent that are always a good idea.